Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine. Time to talk a little men's track and field with John Campbell. And, what possesses someone to pick up heavy weights and decide to throw them as far as they possibly can throw them?
Well, that goes back to my 7th grade year in middle school. I had a coach. He said, "You look big and tall. Pick up this disc and throw it." And so I did, and I was pretty good at it. Decided I loved it.
How hard was it, though, to master the techniques? Because certainly if you pick something up as a competitor, you want to be good at it. How hard was it to learn those techniques that you needed? Because it's not just about putting it in your right arm and chucking it as far as you can.
It's definitely one of the most frustrating things. Everything's very technical, and it could be the littlest things, as like shifting my weight just a little bit to the left or shifting my weight a little bit to the right. And so there's a lot of frustration that comes from learning that, but there's also a huge level of satisfaction that comes whenever you finally do get that big throw and you hear the crowd cheer for you.
Is there a huge difference between indoor and outdoor throwing?
There is a huge difference, actually. Indoor, there's only 2 events, and it's the shot put and the weight throw, which is 35-pound weight. And then outdoor, there's discus throw, hammer throw, which is the 16-pound weight, and then shot put again.
I think also people don't realize that, with some of these throws, I mean, you have to keep, it's just almost like hitting a golf ball right in the fairway. You've got to keep your throw within a reasonable amount of area. How hard was that to master?
It's not so much that, because if you learn the technique right, you can kind of muscle it out there, I guess you could say. Sectors don't really play your part. You just go out there and you throw as hard as you can, because you practice so much.
And just rely on the technique to get it there?
Absolutely.
Now, obviously, you're a big guy. You played football in high school. Probably could have played football somewhere. Why did you gravitate toward track for your collegiate choice?
It's actually kind of funny. I didn't expect to do track at all. For the longest time in football or high school, I wanted to do football, and I changed my mind because I had 6 surgeries throughout high school, various injuries, shoulder replacement, things like that. And then I got a letter from the Naval Academy for throwing. It was one of the fewer places that I got a letter from, because I was a fairly average, thrower in high school. And then whenever I came here, it just kind of flourished. It's a little bit unexpected.
Yeah, and now at the same time, an opportunity to come to the Naval Academy, is that almost something that you couldn't pass up, because obviously the quality of education that you get here too?
Absolutely. There's just no sweeter deal. And discus and throwing were pretty much icing on the cake whenever I got to come here.
Now you've garnered some accolades here in your time. Have you surprised yourself at the quality that the quality level you've been able to perform at here?
Absolutely. Like I said, it was unexpected, and whenever I came here, I just kind of flourished. Me and the coach work really well together, and it just, I don't know, it clicks for me here, and I'm able to work hard every day and to do what I want.
As I often talk with kids that run, or in your case throw in track and field, as a competitor, how hard is it to deal with the fact that you may do your very best that day? You may set a new career mark, but that day it may not be good enough because somebody else may throw maybe their career best or something on that day. Is that something as a competitor that you have to wrestle with, or can you take satisfaction in knowing, look, I did the best that I could that particular day?
Yeah, it's pretty much the mindset you got to have. You got to go in and you got to just say, I'm going to do the absolute best I can. And whenever someone beats you, you got to take that and use it to train harder, to throw further, to strive to get that better mark.
Now, as you guys, when you guys take on Army, I mean, there's so many different events going on, and while a lot of it is individualistic in terms of you as an individual competitor, how do you all gather all of that up to support each other as a team, because you're trying to bring home a star just like the rest of your fellow athletes here at the Academy?
Well, when you compete, you don't really think about yourself, you think about the team, and you may not do your best, but what really comes down to is beating that Army player. Each individual person focuses on that event, and whenever each person comes together and really does what they're capable of doing, then that's when everyone walks away with the stars. That's what you got to focus on.
Is there any more pride than wearing that sweater right there?
Absolutely not. This is my favorite week because I get to wear this every single day, and showing off those stars is something special.
All right, John, appreciate the time. Best of luck to you and your teammates this week.
All right, thanks so much.
All right, John Campbell joining us here on the Navy Sports Magazine.